This past week has been really insane because at first my mental health was at an all-time low, and to compensate for it, I watched Ari Aster movies, which actually made me feel better about my life strangely. And so the surge of YouTube subscribers couldn't have come to me at a better time. So yeah, thank you so much for 1,700 subscribers. I am still in shock that after struggling on YouTube since 2015 and after one failed channel, I started this one, that I was finally able to cross the 1,000 subscriber threshold. Like I still can't believe it. Like, it still feels like I'm dreaming. Like, I've had so many dreams where I made it on YouTube, so I feel like this is just one of those dreams again. So yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate you all so much from the bottom of my heart, and I've been itching to talk with you guys and thank you all for everything, but I still did not get the damn community tab yet, so I thought I would use this video as an opportunity to thank you so much for all the love and support on my recent videos, and I'm really looking forward to interacting with you guys through the comments and also the community tab posts when I get to make them in the future, hopefully. And if this is your first time watching me, hi, I make videos on K-pop commentary, and right now I am doing a series on all things on Mnet's new survival program, Girls Planet 999. So if that interests you, please like, comment, and subscribe, because it would definitely help out my very small channel. And please leave suggestions on what kind of content you want to see from me in the future that isn't Girls Planet 999 in the comment section below. And also, if you guys want a Q&A celebration video for 1,700 subscribers, since I know a lot of people are new to me, then let me know if you want that or not. Anyways, okay, but yeah, that is the end of the intro. Now let's talk about today's topic. And yeah, today's topic being why I no longer feel inclined to have all the versions of K-pop albums. I consider this a sequel of sorts to my why I'm no longer ulting any more groups video, which I'll link in the card. You should check it out. Now here's the thing, I personally feel like in the K-pop collecting / unboxing community, it's become so normalized to have all the versions for K-pop albums for the groups you collect. And honestly, there's like nothing wrong with that, and if you like buying all the versions and if it makes you happy, then go for it. But for me personally, it's just getting exhausting buying all the versions for a group or bias that you collect that isn't like an alt bias or group. Now, I'm not going to completely stop buying all the versions for my alt groups or biases. At least I feel like I can at least manage that. But going forward, I'm not going to be doing that for every group I collect or every member I collect for photo cards. Now, the main reason for this is not just about affordability. I feel like there's so many other factors that play into this. However, if you feel like you cannot afford buying all the versions and it's just getting too much for you, then you really don't have to. I know that there is a pressure, unwanted, unexplained, silent kind of pressure on K-pop collectors to buy all the versions, because you see people on YouTube and Instagram making collection posts and YouTube videos where they show off their entire collections, and I know it just indirectly influences you that, hey, just because this person does it, I should do it so that my collection can be complete. And if you cannot afford it, then don't do it. But here's the thing, even if I can afford it, I feel like it doesn't necessarily make me happy, and it doesn't necessarily bring anything that is very satisfying to me. So let's get into that. Before I start listing the reasons why I'm no longer doing this, let's talk about how, buying multiple versions began for me. Honestly, when I started collecting K-pop back in 2017, I did not buy all the versions. Like, on my first K-pop haul video, I did not buy all the versions, not even for Monsta X and A-Pink, who are like my current ultimate groups. However, since in 2017, when Monsta X was gonna come back with Dramarama, I bought all the versions, which was 2 at the time, which blows my mind because they do 4 versions now. But I wanted to support Monsta X and contribute in a small way to get their first win, and that's why I bought all the versions, because I know that, their album sales will somewhat impact on their, success. So that's why I did it, to support them, not because I needed all the versions. And then later on, buying all the versions became less about supporting the artists, and later on it just became more about, how aesthetic and pleasing it would look if I had all the versions. So the first reason why I'm not getting all the versions for groups that are not ultimates is that I hardly have enough shelf in my room or just in my house. Like, seriously, I feel like I've been struggling with shelf space since 2017, and I still struggle with it. Like every time a group makes a comeback, they do 3 to 4 versions, and I'm like, where the hell am I gonna store this? Where am I gonna do this? And whenever I drop a collection, it becomes so tiresome to sell everything. And then for months, I have unsold albums just collecting dust. Like if I just bought one version, then I could have sold the entire collection much, much faster and with much more ease. Reason number 2 is fudge capitalism. Like my channel is currently being reviewed for being monetized, so that's why I realized that I need to lay down on the swearing, which is kind of getting annoying, but I must deal with it. But yeah, it's getting ridiculous how 3 to 4 versions is like the norm now in K-pop collecting. Like when I started collecting in 2017, the norm was 2 versions, and now every group under the sun is doing a million versions, a comeback. They do 3 versions and then 2 keynotes. Like, yes, SM, I am looking at you, and it's getting hella annoying. The only good side to this is that the group will have higher album sales, which I'm totally here for. However, I am getting tired of how nowadays collecting is just getting so freaking expensive, and it's just taking up too much unnecessary space. Not to mention that shipping options are still limited due to Corona, and getting multiple versions shipped will literally cost you a kidney. Like, thank you a lot, DHL and FedEx. And the final reason I'm not going to be collecting multiple versions for, let's say, a group that is an alt is because realization finally hit me that buying everything or all the versions for a group doesn't equate my love for the group. For the longest time, the reason why I bought all the versions for, let's say, a second favorite boy group or a second favorite girl group is because I thought that, hey, I love this group so much. If I only buy one version, people are gonna think that I don't really love that group, so I have to buy all the versions. But hear me out. That isn't the case at all. Not for me, at least. Because there are people on the internet who buy like 3 to 4 versions for a group that they barely don't care about that much. I'm not saying everybody does that, but I have seen some cases where people on the internet do that. But yeah. So just because I buy one version of, let's say, TXT or Twice, who are not old groups, but I still like love them dearly, and I've been supporting them for years, and I don't think I'm any less of a fan if I only buy one version for their releases. Heck, even if you don't buy K-pop albums, it doesn't mean you're any less of a fan of any K-pop group, because I know a lot of people cannot afford K-pop albums. So I feel, again, very privileged and grateful that I can. I don't think that, you being able to afford K-pop or you buying albums equates your love for the group or equates you being a better fan than other fans who cannot afford K-pop albums or merch or anything like that. Big Hit recently announced 2 versions for TXT's repack, and I'm like, okay, fine, that's cool. And then they announced another 2 versions, and I'm like, yeah, they really clowned MOA's real bad. But I'm still gonna be buying one version for TXT's album, so checkmate, Big Hit. And I look at my TXT shelf where my TXT albums are, and it's very small compared to, let's say, my i-dle one, Monsta X collection where I have all the version. And honestly, even if it's small, I'm still like very satisfied and happy with it. I like look at these only 3 versions and I don't feel like very stressed out or sad that, oh no, I don't have, let's say, all the versions of Minisode, or I don't have all the versions of the Chaos Chapter Freeze. I'm like still living, breathing, and really happy regardless of that. I'm just grateful that I have like one version and that I got to pull, photo cards of these boys because I love them very much. But yeah, the conclusion, it's gonna be a long conclusion, so bear with me. The aim of this video isn't to shame people who buy all the versions or saying people who buy all the versions are wasting their money. No, the aim is to show that I have made peace with the fact that I don't need all the versions, and if any of you are buying all the versions due to how it would look on YouTube and on Instagram, but you guys are not happy with it, then you don't have to. But for me, it's just something that no longer makes me happy, so I just don't do it. I don't think my collection is incomplete if I don't have all the versions. Heck, even if you don't fully collect a group or buy only 1 or 2 albums for a group, then that's completely fine. I feel like we need to normalize K-pop collectors collecting how they want rather than put unnecessary pressure on them to collect the way the majority does, especially on K-pop YouTube and on Instagram. And honestly, I feel like going forward, this decision and change will definitely make my K-pop collecting experience much more richer. Also, this is not related to all the versions, but I feel like there's also an unneeded pressure to buy everything your old group does. Like Monsta X are doing DVDs and photo books and fan kit merch and season's greetings, and I've also made peace with the fact that I don't need season greetings or fan kit merch because, let's be real, those don't make me happy. Buying albums make me happy. Photo cards make me happy. Photo books make me happy. Light sticks make me happy. That's why I buy those. If fan kit merch or DVDs, if they don't make me happy, I don't need to buy that, okay? I don't think I'm any less of a Mon Bebe or a Fantasy or a Panda or any of those if I don't buy everything that the company puts out. So yeah, that is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Again, thank you so much for us. 1,700 subscribers. It's absolutely insane. And I'm looking forward to communicating and talking with you guys. Like, I'm so excited to, have some sort of community. So yeah, but yeah, that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.